Call me Punch Face.
Yeah, the show's live, buddy.
Ew.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
You know the saying, stay hungry, stay humble. I'm hungry, I'm humble in defeat, and I'm going to remain humble in victory. This is it, right?
Dolly Bianchi Productions.
I just wanted to put on a great boxing masterclass and also show the sweet science of this lovely sport. Man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
I'm prepared to the best of my capability, and I pray that I get the win. You look at it, like, I love Mike Tyson, how he came into the game on some different kind of vibe. You know what I mean? But it takes a crazy man to want to fight, you know what I mean, day in, day out. The hardcore sport, as you said, no silk shoes.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the boxing boys.
Good morning, TBV. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, not only to another jam-packed show, but a jam-packed day. Top of the morning, Dillian White parts ways with Mark Tibbs. Weeks before the Alexander Povetkin clash. Is this a bad move? Or will he be okay?
Say what?
They've parted ways. Is this a bad move or will he be okay? Remember, Dillian White is scheduled to face Alexander Povetkin in August. Can he do it without his longtime trainer? And I know long time is probably the wrong word since they've only been together 4 years, but we'll discuss it right here on the Voice of the People hotline. If you want to give us your opinion, you don't know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here. Don't forget, you can also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation from anywhere in the world and have crystal clear call quality. That being said, I said it's a jam-packed day. Now, it looks like we have, we will be getting Jamel Herring at 11:30 Eastern time. We'll be doing a separate show. We'll go live at that one for 11:15. Then it looks like we might even have a little more of a special treat for you as me and Brian McIntyre are communicating bright and early in the morning. And, I asked him, could he come on? We're going to have Jamel on. And the first thing he says is, man, times is hard. How much you paying? I said, champ, I'll clean the gym up. All you got to do is...
I got a bad feeling about this.
I mean, I did too, because I said, damn, if Crawford gets me in the gym, they're probably going to make me spar. But I feel like Mac is such a nice guy. He won't let Terrence really hurt me. But I'm telling you, see, I think even coaches are susceptible to allowing a real body shot get by, because it's not like a face shot where you could get a concussion or a black eye or a swelling. A body shot, like, 5-10 minutes is gonna pass. Even though you felt like you've been shot with a 12 gauge, it'll pass. So I'm still a little bit nervous that maybe they set me up. But this is what we're doing. We got Jamel Herring, the WBO champion. We're going to be asking all types of things. But that's the next show, 11:15. Today, right now, Dillian White, Alexander Povetkin, no Mark Tibbs. Who's going to be his trainer? Good move, or will he be okay? Let me head on out to my co-host. But once again, you know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Don't forget, add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. Plus, hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. Now, we're almost there. We're almost at 115K, man. So all we need is a couple of more people to just subscribe to the YouTube channel and become part of the familia.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I'm ready!
It's me, Mario.
What up? What up? What up? Yo, woke up in a pretty good mood this morning. Went to the gym, got my leg or ankle, I guess, to start getting some blood in it, and feels pretty good actually. I'm really glad I didn't drop this overboard. But yeah, man, this is crazy for real. I did not expect him to fire Mark Tibbs, especially right now. I think they've been together about 4 years, and I don't know. I felt like they were on the road together. I don't know. We get into it. What up, Doomy? What up, Ness?
I'm the most brutal and most vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynch is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from their claw. There's no one that can match.
Good morning, y'all. We back at it again. Get that cup of coffee ready. If you're across the pond and tea is what you fancy, you get that ready. If not, the good old cup of mud is all right. And has Dillian White dragged himself into some mud right now? 6 weeks out to the Povetkin fight, making a switch like this. I mean, you know, taking camp into Portugal. I don't know what's going on in Portugal. What's over in Portugal?
Bro, I had a layover in Portugal. Let me tell you, he is in the right place.
It's beautiful, right? You must have met a gal out there. No, just kidding. But
I didn't meet a guy, but I tell you right now, I seen so many. I could not believe, because my cousins is Portuguese. I always tell y'all, and they white as hell. You know what I mean? They white like you with better looking eyes. No, not better. Excuse me. Lighter eyes and like blonder hair.
Brown eyes are the best.
No. You know, that's society, better looking eyes. But like blonder hair, and then when I landed and I seen so many people of my color and complexion, and then the women was like Brazilian look. I swear I thought I was in Sao Paulo or Rio de Janeiro, the way that with thickness was just everywhere. I'm like, what in the world? I was looking for a way to stay, I promise you.
Get over here!
And that's what I was telling Shorty. Nah, but like, what are we gonna do here? What is up with Dillian White? Is this a bad move, or will he be okay? Because it's like, Mark Tibbs brought him here, man, and you know, Dillian hasn't won a world title yet, and obviously it would have been a great thing for the two of them to accomplish that feat together, since they've been on that journey for the last 4 years. Now, Dillian says on his social media when he announced this that you know, it was a mutual split, and he gives a decent reason, but I don't believe it. And that's cool. You know, I don't really believe many things, but I'm gonna screen share this, and you know, one of these guys will read it, or I will. Anybody?
Would you like to read?
All right. Just to let everyone know, Mark Tibbs and I are no longer working together as boxer and trainer. I am training in Portugal, and Mark has a young family and his own new gym in the UK. It means,
as it stands.
Where do you see as it stands?
Oh, you're reading the Dillian White?
As it stands.
I don't see as it stands.
Oh, okay.
I was reading the Twitter.
I'm reading the Twitter, but that's good. I didn't know he had something on IG.
He has the entire thing on his.
All right, pull that up, and then I'll read this one. You read that one. So he says, boom, he has his own gym in the UK. It means it just hasn't worked out in the way we had both hoped. Mark came into my team 4 years ago and has helped turn me into the world-class boxer that I am today. Mark is a great trainer, and I will always be grateful to him and his dad for all they have done. Doomy, what else you got?
Okay, so I'm pretty much you read the Yahoo Sports one, right?
No, this is Dillian White's verified Twitter.
Oh, Twitter. Oh, it's crazy. I didn't see nothing on this. Yeah, I didn't see nothing on his Twitter up here. But what it says on his IG is pretty much almost the same thing. It says, just to let everyone know, Mark Tibbs and I are no longer working together as boxer and trainer. I'm training in Portugal. Mark has a young family and his own new gym in the UK. As it stands, it just hasn't worked out in the way we both hoped it would. Mark came into my team 4 years ago and has helped me turn into the world-class fighter I am today. Mark is a great trainer and will always be grateful to him and his dad for all they have done.
Okay, so, I got a problem with this. I'm sorry. I'm just going to take us off on a tangent. Why did he just copy and paste it? Because it literally said the same thing.
Same thing, yeah.
Except for the third sentence started off different. Like, I hate when people do that on Twitter. And first of all, you could just turn your your Facebook and Twitter things on.
Yeah, and
you know what I'm saying? And your Tumblr.
Message.
Like, damn, Dillian White needs some help for real, bro. Like that's slipping. You were slipping on your pimping right there, bro. Like, oh man, I'm sorry. That's just a pet peeve. I'm sorry.
But
that's the writer's pet peeve.
Yeah.
But I believe that there's more to the story. We have to dig. We have to dig
I know
deeper.
why Ness thinks so. The decipher is because of the other fighter as well, right? The one that he's managing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Richard Rackport also came out, and you know I don't want to come down on Richard because he's probably like, you know, there's no I in team, and he's rolling with his team, and Dillian's his manager or promoter, so he goes, I go. But it almost looks like big brother, little brother. One comes out on Twitter and says something and gets a lot of traction. Obviously, Dillian White is a name, but then Richard comes out, says the same thing, and, you know, nobody but Ness and a few others notice, you know what I'm saying? Oops, wrong one, the screen share there. You know, nobody but us hardcores are the one that noticed, but let me show you what Richard said, and it's very similar here, as you can tell. He says, me and Mark Tibbs will no longer be working together. I want to say a massive thanks to Mark for everything he has done, and I will never forget our trials and success. Nevertheless, I'm happy to say there is absolutely no love lost between us. I don't know, I guess the X means a hug, like X and O's, remember OXs, whatever, XOs. So, or he signed it X, like, you know, he's like, yo, X. But I don't know. The point is, this is Dillian's fighter, so if Dillian fighter is also leaving, I feel like there's a rift. Because if it wasn't an issue with Mark, why wouldn't you still be able to train Rackport? What? So now every time Dillian goes the whole camp, Richard Rackport's going to go as well wherever Dillian goes? Like, you're not your own man. You can't hold your own camp. Do you always fight on Dillian dates? And I get if he does right now because that's normally how it is. You know, Earl puts his fighter, you know, Burley Brooks on his undercards all the time. Yeah. So when Earl fights, he fights. So I understand. But Burley isn't leaving his trainer just because Earl's putting him on his undercard. So this struck me as a little bit fishy, and I'm sure there's going to be more to this story than meets the eye right now. Obviously, he comes back and says, I'm happy to say that we're still on great terms. And look.
You think that it's, I mean, according to Coach Mitty, he says that Portugal is like 2 hours away from London. So he said, according to Mitty, this is like, it's cool to go over there and get a good camp. It's good weather and stuff like that. You know, has he found a home in Portugal? You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, 2 hours is a long way to be going back and forth and whatnot. So.
But I'm sure he's talking about 2 hours on a flight, champ.
Oh, on the flight?
Of course.
I mean, don't they got those trains? Yeah, don't they got those speed trains out there?
Nah,
they go
Portugal's
through. They go
a whole nother country, bro.
Yeah, maybe I'd have to ask.
It's part of the EU, right?
Yeah, and I heard that you could take a train and go through all these countries.
Really?
I thought I didn't know Portugal was a place you could get to on land. Like I know there's a bunch of them you could just go through.
I mean, Doomy, I ain't gonna front. Mario, don't even go down that hole because Doomy, I thought he was lying the other day. He told me, nah, you could drive all the way to Honduras. I started laughing like, what the hell is he talking about? And we pulled up the map, bro, and you could really drive to Honduras. It don't make any sense. I thought that was an island far as hell, but they're saying Portugal is basically in Spain, but I don't know that you could drive there.
Yeah, Mitty says flight.
Yeah, Mitty says flight. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, you got to fly. You have to.
So, for Richard Rackport, again, it does add that Rock's eyebrow and make you wonder, but if you're a new fighter, you know, camp expenses could be bundled into the A side, right? So like Dillian's like, come train with me. You spar me. We get each other ready. You know what I mean? You could stay in my house. So I don't know if this is something that was like economical, a team decision, or really there's something underneath there. Because let's be real, Povetkin is the biggest fight of his life, not named the AJ fight that was already the biggest fight, but he failed. So like this fight is the biggest fight of his career right now. This would be the biggest name on his resume and accomplishment on his resume. So it just strikes me as weird. 6 weeks out, you're not gonna go in with the guy that brought you here. Now, there is an argument. He has been looking, what's the word? Gassed towards the later half of the fight. Maybe they went and watched the Joseph Parker and a few other fights and said to themselves, yo, maybe we need to switch it up. Why are we like, instead of closing strong in the Oscar Rivas fight, we getting knocked down? Like, maybe we need to switch it up. What do you guys think?
Listen, I agree that it's very fishy. I don't know if I take it at face value as well. It all makes sense on the surface. I just looked up Portugal, and their C-19 cases are way down, trending way down. Not even close to where they were in April. Roughly, they've been about the same since May. But it's like the more and more I keep hearing about Portugal, it sounds great to train there. You know what I mean? Weather and all that, and everything else. Coach Mitty and Dumi are saying. But the thing is this. That man got him there. I mean, I'm not going to say that Dillian White hasn't always had the same tendencies and he's always had that raw ability. And that's, I think, what makes him so dangerous and good. But he has gotten polished in the last 4 years. And you have to assume that it's because of Mark. And I just feel like fighters that stick with their guy, like the other day when Crawford said what he said in that interview about not leaving his guy, about not leaving his trainer. Yo, I applauded him, bro. Like, I literally was like in my room by myself. My wife is like, what the hell is he clapping for? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it was just one of those things where I just appreciate it. That said, is it a dumb move? I don't really think so. Not now. I don't think we're going to understand the true totality of this decision for another couple fights. Povetkin's a guy that Dillian White could beat in his sleep. I don't think that it's an easy fight necessarily, but I do think it's a winnable and manageable fight. I think as long as he comes in shape, that's going to be the question, and that's what Ness was alluding to. But ultimately, it's going to depend who he gets with before a big fight. If he trades in Mark for someone else that's could maybe even develop him further, then it's a great move. And if he ceases to become the fighter that he's been becoming over the last few years, then it was a bad move. But ultimately, Povetkin's not going to be the guy to test him. Whether this is a good or bad move.
I don't know, man. I mean, look, when you change trainers, and who's going to go all the way out to Portugal? I mean, who's training in Portugal? Who's a Portuguese-based trainer that'll take him into the Povetkin fight?
But champion, open your mind. Why do you got to have a Portuguese-based trainer? Why can't fly your guy with you?
No, this is exactly what I was trying to allude to. Like if he doesn't got a guy there in Portugal, who's gonna be flying back and forth, or who's gonna want to go away? Hold on, who's gonna want to pull away from, whatever they're doing and come over? So it's curious to me who is gonna be available. Who's gonna be available for Dillian White? A good trainer, a trainer that you know.
It's all about money, though. It's all about money. And
I think if it was another, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say right now, I read quotes of Javier Caputillo saying how he was supposed to get the Jesse Vargas fight. That got canceled. Tyson Fury hit him up, asked him, was he good? How you doing? How's the family? Need some bread? Sent him some bread. Like, Tyson's still taking care of him because he understands what's COVID.
That's what's up.
You can't imagine that every elite trainer is still working. Just because Robert and Freddie are don't mean everyone else is. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And I think, too, here's the thing. I think Dumi's right for the wrong reason. I think that he's right because it's C-19 season and people are less willing to travel. So you're going to have guys who at the top of the food chain in terms of training not want to go over there right now. But who wouldn't want Dillian White? Like, be honest. Like I know a lot of people hate him and a lot of people don't like him.
You're one fight away from a title shot, and you're gonna be the trainer right there. Like, oh, Alexander Lioness got, it's too.
Look what it did for Tyson Fury. I'm sorry, for Sugar Hill.
Yes.
Look what it did for Andy Ruiz's trainer.
Manny Robles.
Yes. look at what these things look at these things that happen in the heavyweight division. So if you're any trainer, I think you're jumping at the bit.
Absolutely.
Jumping at the bit for a guy who already did the hard work.
I wouldn't say
did the hard work. They're getting him to the title.
It
He's
depends.
already there.
It does depend who though. Robert is not jumping at the bit. And
definitely not.
And Robert is gonna say no. Ronnie is gonna say no. McGirt may say yeah because he took Kovalev.
That's what I was thinking.
And he went to Russia at one point. Yep. So maybe McGirt says yeah. But we think an American. For all we know, it's Adam Booth.
Adam Booth
McGuinness, right? Isn't there a McGuinness and an Ingle? There's
McCracken.
McCracken. Release the crackling. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? But I don't think it's gonna be McCracken because then he'll never get the AJ fight. Unless McCracken was released from AJ and we don't know.
Oh.
Remember they did bring in that Spanish guy. For the Ruiz fight, they brought like Angelo Lopez or Hernandez, something like that. I forgot the dude's name. I was supposed to get him on, but I don't know. And according to the rumors, hey man, maybe it's Mark Breland.
Well, listen, all I can say is this. Whoever is training him for this Povetkin fight, in terms of getting him ready stylistically, I don't think it's important, but it is very important that he's training. If you saw the Top Rank show last night, then you know that the trend during the C19 season is upset season. Now, I'm not going to say that matters in terms of, the best fighters in the world, but it also does, because it doesn't matter if you're Mayweather or if you're, Andy Venice, you're going to have trouble if you're not training to go round. So that's the thing that we keep seeing. And if Dillian White puts himself in a situation where he's not ready come fight night with Povetkin, it doesn't matter who's in his corner. It doesn't matter what cut man he has. It doesn't matter, what entrance song he has or trainer. He's gonna be in a world of trouble, and that's what we're seeing right now at this point.
When are you guys guessing we get an announcement, right? Because it is 6 weeks out. Like, we need a trainer. I mean, betting lines, bookies, bettors, fanatics need a trainer to start making decisions.
Yeah, this is the battle of the left hooks, man. And I don't know. I don't know which one of you guys said that. I don't know. Maybe I'm still half asleep. But did any of you guys say that Povetkin's not really a worry for White?
That was Manchester Mario.
Was that you, Mario? No.
Not a worry.
That was Manchester Mario. I think you're talking to Corpus Christi. I don't know. Sometimes
he switches back and forth.
Yo, you're a hater, bro. Listen. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's
not that
yourself.
It's not that I don't think. Listen, all I'm saying is that Dillian White can beat an Alexander Povetkin. Okay, if you wouldn't worry about, I'm not even gonna say those names. He can beat a Povetkin. He doesn't need a world-class trainer to teach him all the ins and outs. He's got the tools. Now, physically, he has to be ready, and that's what I'm saying. He does need a trainer for that, obviously. But he doesn't need that world-class trainer right now.
Jonathan Banks travels, too. He travels.
Ooh, that's a good one.
He trained Vlad a lot,
Vlad a lot, yep.
Triple G, right? That's Triple G's trainer now?
That is Triple G's trainer.
Yep. But anyway, listen, as far as when they make that announcement, I don't know. I think it was a mistake that he didn't have that announcement cocked and ready. I think that it's a mistake because it's like, why rush this announcement if you don't have any solid plans, which I do think that there are plans, but it's like, why not announce them? Like, why give us this much of the story and not the rest? Like, basically, you put
It should be coming soon, though. It has to. Ness mentioned all that. And, I want to know if I'm Vegas, I want to know. Like, okay, you just cut your trainer off 6 weeks out of camp. Like, what's going on? I need to know.
Fight before a championship, possibly.
Yeah. So it's gonna come out pretty soon. You guys didn't mention Tundi. Is Tundi some guy? The one that trains?
Tundi can get picked, but Yard is his biggest achievement. And remember, he got a lot of stick from Yard. Because he told Yard to go for it, and people got mad. You know what I'm saying? There was some instruction that was overheard that they said he gave bad advice. There was even rumors that they had split. Like, we seen Anthony Yarde go dark for a while, but it looks like they're still riding together. I mean, he could possibly get it, but that's his biggest achievement. And he's always said that he's like focused on Yarde. So I don't know would he take someone else in, but again, Dillian is bigger than Yarde and on the cusp of a world title shot, which is life-changing. Ryan O'Rourke, our patron, says he ain't going to Tundi. You crazy. I wonder why he feels that way.
Me too. Like, I thought Tundi would have been a good mesh, a good relationship between the two.
Wait a minute. Who does Tundi have?
Anthony
Yarde.
Yarde.
Why do you guys say Yarde? It's not Yarde.
It sounds cool, but nah, it's Yarde.
I don't care.
Yarde.
Bro, that's one name that I promise, along with Rigondeaux, when everybody was trying to get me to, well, eventually I changed it, but there's just some people's name I'm a butcher. I don't care.
Yeah.
Tundi.
Well, listen, man, final thoughts are, I want him to make international global splash and hire an American trainer, American-based or at least one like a Jonathan Banks that travels. Even how is that guy doing? James Ali Bashir. He was another Vladimir Klitschko trainer that traveled as well. Maybe him. But any U.S. name will make a splash for your U.S. profile. You don't have one yet. You fought
top
Marco
three American trainer. You got Buddy McGirt, right?
Yeah, but he ain't getting a top 3. And I don't think Buddy's top 3.
Well, your top 3 to possibly be a white trainer. It doesn't have to be.
Oh, you mean my top 3 pick? I mean, I'm gonna give you top 3 picks. I can't give you top 3 possibilities because he's from the UK. So Americans is probably not even on his radar. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say that.
Unlike Fury.
I wouldn't say.
Unlike Fury that decided I want that American flavor. I want to learn something at this old age. But
yeah.
And that's why I think that it's not the same. What's the word I'm
looking
for? It used to be that way, Nez, and that's why you're looking at it. But I think that
Fury did it, and only Fury's bold enough. Only Fury drove in a yellow lamb. Only Fury put on a bat suit. Only
it's about starting trends.
Only Fury picked an American heavyweight and
might
came
be right.
over
you might
here.
Be right.
But I'm wrong. I'm wrong because remember, Emmanuel Stewart was Vlad's trainer for many years. I'm wrong. So
I just think that. Go ahead.
Let me just name my trainer.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm gonna say not because we're getting him on the show, but just because it's like I want to see what he could do with a heavyweight. We know historically all the other fighters have had heavyweights. Like Robert Garcia has had Mike Perez at one time and decided I don't like the way that they train. Ronnie Shields is trained heavyweights. Buddy McGirt is trained heavyweights. Freddie Roach is trained heavyweights. Teddy Atlas is trained heavyweights. Everybody is trained heavyweights except for Brian Bomac McIntyre. So I would love for Dillian White to end up in the Crawford camp in Omaha, Nebraska. And yeah, that would be like some crazy global splash. Obviously, it's far-fetched. Probably will never happen. It probably will never even be a blip on Dillian White's
that's a good
radar.
pick, man. Have we ever heard though? Have you ever talked to Brian about him, training heavier guys? Because I know we spoke to Robert.
I mean,
and
hopefully
we got his feelings
today.
on it. Oh, he might come on today.
Yeah, for the Jamel Herron show.
Cool. I would really like his take on that because Robert Garcia was specific. He was specific.
You need new headphones for your birthday or something because I specifically said that I reached out to Brian. We was texting, and then he said that times are hard. How much are we paying him to come on the show? And I said, Champ, I'm broke, but I could clean the gym. Just give me the word. And then I went into the story about I'm nervous that he says, yeah, because they might make me spar Crawford. And because I'm a heavyweight, most coaches allow hard shots to the body because you could recover, unlike a headshot. It's traumatic. Your face could get swollen. Your eye could get swollen. You could get, knocked out, concussed. But a trainer will allow a body shot. So, if for whatever reason Crawford has some misinformation from Brandon Maurice, and he thinks
So
that I'm
so
some sort of a
we might
hater,
have a
he might
have a
hit me to the
scheduled
body.
so we might have a scheduled baptism. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, I mean we're waiting for responses.
You're gonna have a baptism.
I'm gonna baptize that.
You gonna get baptized?
Nah, I mean because he just might come on, and I don't need to go through the craziness. But I'll be honest, I'm willing. I told him, give me the word, like I'll be there. If he say yeah, come clean the gym, you think I ain't going? I'm out.
I'm out
Head
with
first.
a bucket and a mop.
Head first. I just seen on the news too that the highways is open. You know what I mean? You could go on the road anywhere you want. I'm like,
we coming through with Fabuloso in the bucket.
I know, hey Rob, I know. I already said this. That's what I'm saying. It's Doomy who doesn't have freaking ears or headphones. One of the two don't work.
I know. I
think he had just walked off. Actually, when you started the story, to be honest,
call him. But anyway, let me go out to the callers here.
To infinity and beyond.
Yo, that soundbite represents everything for you. I'm shocked.
Everything. I will not be smashed like a bug. I will go into the infinity and beyond. All right, champ.
All right, well, let's get out to these callers.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
All right. So remember, we're back at 11:15. We have Jamel Herring scheduled at 11:30 Eastern. He's going to be live on the show. We're going to be talking Jonathan Oquendo. I'm going to offer that Gary Russell super fight. We're going to be talking Shakur Stevenson, saying that, Herring is a last resort title shot, obviously because of the friendship. So, they've asked him, and him being Shakur Stevenson, about facing Herring. Now we got to ask Herring about...
Did you read that story?
I didn't read it entirely, no. But
okay, because I think that you took the quote out of context.
Which
I don't
quote?
think he said that he would. The quote where he said about Herring being the last resort, because I saw that on Twitter. It seemed like it was more about him not fighting Herring at all.
Yeah, but that's the point.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood where you were with the spin you were going with that.
No, there's no spin. That's what last resort is.
I was reading too much into what you were saying.
Last resort is your last option. So he's saying,
no, bro, I got you. I'm
basically,
sorry.
No, I mean to anybody else that might be confused listening,
got
it's
you.
basically Shakur saying like, if they can't get me no other title shot, then yeah, I'll fight Herring.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were trying to put on the list like, oh, if he's in a list of 3, he's at the third one. Like I thought, okay, got you.
No, but I do want to hear what Herring has to say about
yeah, for sure.
About Shakur saying, look, I don't want to fight him, but I would fight him. You know what I'm saying? And then we have the possible interview with Bomac. Like I let him know that Herring was gonna be on. Like I told you, he said he would come on, but he wants that beak to be wet a little bit. So send him donations so we can send it to Bomac. But if he does come on, it will be at 12 p.m. noon because we want to give Jamel a good half hour to get through not only our questions, but all your Patreon questions, because I put the posts up yesterday, so you can ask Jamel Herring your own question. You can also ask Bob Arum is still coming on. We were supposed to have him yesterday, but he got busy with the bubble. So I said, let's shoot for some, I think I told them Wednesday or Tuesday, something like that. They wanted to do today, but I'm already booked. So, yeah. But
Today is Wednesday, so you meant Thursday?
No, I'm talking about next. For Bob?
Oh, next.
For Bob,
Wednesday.
yeah, because we're booked for today. Then
No,
Thursdays,
yeah, I know.
morning
Right.
show, evening show. It's just so much. Friday.
And the fight is actually going to be worth doing a live fight chat for. At least the main event and co-main event.
And I'm pretty sure we got something on Friday, too. Another nice name. Let me double check. I don't know if I put it in the calendar yet, but I feel like we got a Friday. Yeah, well, we got Cassius Clay Callard Friday. You know what I mean?
Prospect Killer.
The Prospect Killer Friday. So, yeah, we're working and we're just trying to do it more around the show. That's why the interviews are more spontaneous, because it's like we decide the topics, 3-4 hours before the show and then have to see. Like I reached out to Mark Tibbs. Let me see if he hit me back because you never know if he's ready to crack that story. But nope, he hasn't. You know, and I asked Rob to do it because, look, he's from the UK, and maybe this guy's more subject to, going with a UK co-host or whatever. But let's open up the phone lines. We went to the sponsors. We're going out to the King.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
The king is here. Thank you for the wonderful introduction, TBV. This is a good topic, though, man. I'm gonna just ask. I'm gonna just play objective. Did he announce that he added different people to the camp?
Not yet.
Not yet, right? So right now it seems like a dud. You know, I'm hoping that he comes, he comes out and, just something crazy, or Ben Davidson, or maybe he comes to the U. I'm BSing now, but maybe he's got something planned.
I didn't even think of that's a great name, Ben Davison. Especially, will Davison do it? Because remember, Davison is tight with Tyson, and Dillian might fight Tyson. So will Davison do it?
Davis is on the outside because Tyson went over to Sugar Hill.
Yeah, but he's still his boy. You see how many interviews he was doing on BT explaining how Tyson was going to win, saying him and Tyson was still in communication, saying he told Tyson what he needs to do. Like, I don't know, but that's a damn good name. I like that.
Yo, that would be crazy.
I like that name because I want to see what Ben can do without Tyson now. You know what I mean? Like, he's credited for bringing them back. But we knew Tyson was a skillful boxer. I want to see him do something. Yeah.
Ness, you'll love this one. Make another Hove. They said they made Hove. Make another Hove, right?
Exactly. Kingdom Come album. I know where you at, champ. I know where you at. But listen, man. Let me go to Stonebone Boxing, Colorado. What up?
Man, I guess Povetkin, is he a high enough fighter to where you say this can make you lose a fight? I don't think so. Like, maybe if it was a younger guy, you would say, like, look, man, changing trainers before a fight like this ain't good for you. I think pretty much he done went through all of the camps already, delayed fights with Povetkin, and it's already been a lot of stuff. He know Povetkin, they both probably taking drugs. They're going to fight in Eddie's backyard anyway. He's going to be able to wrap his hands however he wants, so he can win that fight with a new trainer. I say he go get somebody that's like a brethren, man. Go get like a Lennox Lewis, man. Call like a Lennox Lewis and say, look, man, I'm a Jamaican or West Indian guy, and I want to follow in your footsteps, and come show me what I need to do to go to America and be big. So I'll say something like that, or either, like you said, a young dude like a Ben Davison that got the energy that can commit to you and don't got a lot of fighters. That might be your route you want to go.
All right. Hey, what about your thoughts on Bomac? Remember, I suggested maybe Bomac to spice things up, and just because Bomac, I don't know of him having a heavyweight.
I'm trying to think. I done seen big guys around there, but I know, like, right now his biggest is be like Steven Nelson. He was like 168 and 175 or something like that. But Bomac was a heavyweight though when he fought, so I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's something you might have to ask him. I ain't never seen about that though. But yeah, that'll be something interesting to see. But hey, Dillian came to what fight was?
Yeah, Markham Tan fight was with Bud Crawford undercard.
Oh yeah, in Dongo. He was in Lincoln. Yeah, we was there for that fight. He fought at like 5:00 in the afternoon when it was kind of empty. We was still outside burning some trees when he fought. But yeah, it might be interesting. We'll see. Well, I'll see you on the next one.
All right. I just want to remind everybody that we did an interview with the real big baby Jared Anderson out of Toledo, Ohio, 4-0 prospect. He's going to be back in action, I believe,
tomorrow.
Oh, wow, that quick. I thought it was the 14th. All right, so, yeah, you should check out that interview. It's surprisingly doing pretty well.
Bro, I told you that kid. Yo, if you go and look at the social, yes, I did. I told you that kid's following has gotten a crazy boost. Somebody put the metrics on on Twitter the other day. Yo, his search Google history, and first of all, you know what? I probably shouldn't even say this because thinking about it now, how did they have it before? That's kind of weird. But anyway, it probably was like his mom or dad or something. But they showed the metrics, bro. Since that top rank fight, his Google searches have went up by like 400%. His social media people that go there and stay there is up by like 1,000%. Like, it's crazy how much notoriety he's gotten off that top rank thing.
Wow, that's what I was telling. What's the heavyweight? Oh, you guys weren't on Michael Hunter, bro. I was telling that to Hunter. Like, you know, he could go to PBC and get beautiful names. Like, they could offer him a 4-fight deal, 3-fight deal. But that's the thing. Even he said, yo, I've been with Al, and he can't really guarantee me none of those dudes. Like, those dudes got to say yeah. But in theory, he could go get Brazil. He could start off Negron Brazil. Negron Brazil, Ortiz, Washington. You know, Negron Brazil, Ortiz, Adam Kovnacki. Or Adam Kovnacki, Brazil, Ortiz, Andy Ruiz. Like, he got so many to go over there, but will they say yes?
But you got to have that last name, though, be somebody that's worth it. That's what I'm saying. The trajectory is he's saying he can't guarantee the names. He could guarantee Wilder. He could guarantee Ruiz. And one of those have to be at the end.
I don't think he could guarantee. Remember, Ruiz and Wilder got to say yes, and Hunter brings no belt or fan base. You know, I don't even know that Helenius says yes. Like, you got to pay those dudes to say yes. And then you got to pay Hunter. So that in mind, that it's a business and we in COVID, and we now know, we haven't reported because we haven't done a freaking Thursday show in forever because Top Rank stole our day from us, just like they stole Camp Life. Look it up. But that being said, if we would have had a Thursday, I would have been able to tell you that, brain fart. Fuck.
All good. Pick it up, pick it up.
Snap. What was I going with that?
If the beat falls off the track, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
The glow. Because when you got the glow, you need the glow.
Catch the glow.
Yo, I can't believe I had a brain fart. It was about Thursday. They scheduled. Fights. Fuck it, man. CYP, what up?
Good. Listen. I don't know if y'all know, but a lot of people know about the USA-Jamaica rivalry in track and field. The reason why it became a rivalry is because Jamaica started having homegrown superstars led by Usain Bolt. And anytime a Jamaican would ever think about crossing over and going to train in America, the whole Jamaican country would shut that down. That's how you really create a rivalry. You keep your people, you do you, and you go against America, who's doing them. If Dillian White gets an American trainer, along with Tyson Fury, it'll tell y'all how weak-minded UK boxing actually is. Sorry to tell y'all, you just don't do it. You better pray that Dillian White does not get an American trainer. You just don't do it. And lastly, it's sad when you got to teach men who are 6'9", 6'6", and 6'3" how to be giants. CYP out.
I completely disagree with you, brother. The man that is willing to seek out the person that could help him be better, how could he be weak-minded? That makes you strong-minded, you know, to go against the grain and do what is necessary to be great. You sound absurd with that. Like, how you knocking someone for wanting to be better and seeking out a better trainer. You know, I get what he's doing though. It's not me versus CYP. It's him versus the UK. It's like ha ha. Y'all need an American trainer to be great. That's what he's doing, and I get it. I get it. Champ.
And the thing is, this. It's you know, I'm not even gonna make that point. Go ahead.
Yo, check this out. Mario was not lying. He's up 100% in Maryland. Jared Anderson, and that's the most you can have on a Google search trend. Remember, we did this with the AJ Fury, Wilder, all that stuff combination. New Jersey, So we showing the young man some love. I wonder if that's because of us in this show.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
Because, New Jersey backing them with a 67%. That's more than half, champs. And then Texas, I wonder if it's because of Mario talking about it. Because you're 51%.
I'm telling you, bro, this kid has got something just.
And then you got Georgia. Shout out Liz Lowe. Intrigue. Rich. No, is it Rick in the ATL? It's a lot of them. In Massachusetts, which is Boston Jared. That's right. Champ. It's us. We single-handedly did it ourselves. Nah, but I'm going to be honest. The problem is that it's 2 Jared Andersons. There's a musician does pop up on his search. Even though you put boxer, the musician is a bigger Jared Anderson. He's a Christian musician.
Gay!
Ooh, you're going to hell for that. Yo, let me go out to Trey in the Bay. Trey in the Bay. Yo.
What up?
Morning.
What's good? I don't know, man. He might be able to pull it off. Did he even say who? He didn't even pick nobody yet, right?
Not yet.
Oh, and I was gonna tell you, he can drive to Portugal, but it'll be a long ass drive. You could take your car on one of them trains to get across from the UK into Europe, and then drive the rest of the way, or you could just fly for 2 hours. You feel me? It'll be a long ass drive though, but they do got the bullet trains too. So like I lived like 8 hours from Paris, but it was 4 hours on the train. So you could get all over Europe on that train, and it's like some spots are slow and some spots they got the fast train. Depending on which direction you're going.
I knew I remembered the right thing, Trey.
Yo, Trey is international. What do you do,
For
Trey?
real.
You be everywhere.
Yeah, I'm a mechanic.
But what kind of mechanic?
Working on them aircraft.
Airplane mechanic.
She's like president's mechanic.
That's why I said, because you ain't no just regular mechanic. You in every country and every state. Damn,
Everywhere.
So what you like top rated in the country that they fly you out, or your job has different locations?
I'm on like a travel team, so we go here and there.
Damn. I seen them on YouTube.
Yo, so you don't have a like girlfriend? Like, I mean, damn, you always
I'm married.
Even on the road, or she gets to go with you?
She go with me.
Oh wow.
What?
That's
Everybody put your hands in the air.
Damn. So
I got a bunch of family that travels like truckers and stuff like that, and other mechanics too. And I've never heard of.
Well, truckers could definitely do. Truckers
2 years in Europe.
You said what?
Oh, okay, got you.
I spent 2 years in France, and then because I lived in France, I just went everywhere while I was there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Man, you so multicultural right now.
I know, man. She's like, there's not one thing she doesn't know.
I'm posting right now, but Corona is fucking up my life. So.
Nah, mine's too, man.
Oh man, I can't even imagine having that life and then having to
deal
with this now. Oh man.
Stay safe, champ.
So you've been around the world. Damn, she left. Listen, I want to know the nationality of your wife, because you've been around the world. Where'd you fall in love at?
My wife is black, man. What you thought? I was gonna sell out?
Why you gotta sell out if you fell in love in France?
Yeah, it's not a
or
sellout.
you fell in love somewhere
like
else. You know what I'm saying? You've been international. Who knows where you fell in love at?
Oh man, no. I met my wife in Florida.
I
met my wife in Florida. I lived in Florida for like 6 years too.
Damn.
But the whole time, you feel me? I really don't live anywhere. Well, like say I'm in California now, right? But remember last year I was in Japan, but I was supposed to be here. So
damn,
like when I come
drifting
here, so I go everywhere.
I see, man. Well, bless, man. Bless, Trey. That is definitely official. I wish
to infinity and beyond.
Universal soundbite. Let's go out to Info Joe. Nah, but you know what? That time it was fitting, because she's definitely basically an astronaut. She's been everywhere, bro. But let me hit Info Joe and Cali.
Mr. Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Joe, hold your horses, B. I made a mistake. CYP with the counterpunch. Apologies, OG. Apologies.
Yeah, don't worry about that. If you ever start a call with somebody, let them go ahead and go catch me after. But anyway, since I'm here, y'all have to understand something, yo. As much as I come on here and tell y'all, I'm the athlete. I'm the athletic trainer. I'm the guy who deals with these dudes in all these sports. We talk. It is what it is. It ain't me. I didn't create the shit. But you cannot be a rivalry if you need help from the other side. That's not a rivalry. That's Dillian White making a good decision for Dillian White. That's not UK versus America rivalry. We need to cut that rivalry shit out if y'all need our help. Our help comes from trainers too. I'm sorry to tell you, our trainers are just as big a part as our boxers are. Give our trainers respect. That is what we do. If y'all want to end this rivalry,
Yo, I'm going to look like Manchester Mario today because, and I quote, I don't care who his trainer is. His trainer can't get in there and fight for him. So I don't know what he talking about, man. Like, seeking help doesn't make you a natural citizen of America because your trainer, like, you're still a UK dude getting in the ring with an American dude. It's the dudes that gotta fight. He's bugging.
And you gotta think about it too. Like, who's the UK American rivalry for? You know, if not for the fighters. And if you like, what fighter's gonna put that over their money? Like, if I'm saying, yo, if I pick this trainer from America.
I'm
like the pros and cons. I don't care what the cons are. If the pro is, I'm going to beat the best in the world. You get what I'm saying? Like, if that's the guy that takes you there, you could say whatever the optics are in your mind, but the real deal is that I got a trainer and I won. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter who he is. I mean, that's just the way I see it, though.
I mean, I just don't get how you could water down a dude's birthplace or residency just because he picked up a trainer. Like, you know, like he's still from the UK.
I get CYP because in the essence of rivalries, and he described it perfect with the Jamaican track team versus the USA track team. I've seen those track meets, man, and it gets real heated and competitive. And that rivalry, you know, is a true country to country rivalry in all aspects of the competition. So I get CYP, you know what I'm saying? But like,
Floyd Mayweather is who I quoted. That's Floyd Mayweather saying, I don't care who his trainer is. His trainer can't get in there and fight for him. He's a C-class fighter. I'm an A-class fighter. So, you know, it don't matter. Like, it matters to the fighter, but it don't matter in the fight. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So it matters to the person that needs the trainer, but in the fight, it's a fight. Only you can fight, not the trainer. But CYP.
I get it.
Real quick, let me ask this question real quick, and y'all could just answer it yes or no. Is it wrong for me to feel like I understand if it was like if he's talking Mexico, Puerto Rico, but I don't think that the same standards apply for a UK American type of rivalry that?
Bro, listen to me.
Why? Because they speak English?
Listen to me.
I don't know.
Listen,
that's what I'm asking. I don't know why.
No, I got the answer.
Go ahead.
Did Puerto Rico abandon Miguel Cotto when he picked up Emmanuel Stewart? You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn, that's a good one.
What about? Did they get mad because he went with Pedro Diaz, who's Cuban? Did they get upset all over again because he chose Freddie
You gotta
Roach?
find a Mexican though.
Yeah, you got
that a Puerto Rican went with, or a Puerto Rican that a Mexican went with.
Who he was fighting when he
That's the way it's gonna be similar. But I still think your point is valid. I'm not saying it's not, but I think that would be the only way to like really shut it down. Real quick, let me get these super chats in. By the way, you already knew that CYP had a counterpunch. Ryan O'Rourke says, all American fighters with Eddie, they now Brits? ? Asking. Yeah, I feel you with that one, Ryan. I don't think that's true at all. Jarrett Lloyd, I applaud any fighter wanting to be better and not accept bumlord status, unlike certain boxers that love to beat on the common man. Good show, fellas. Damn, I miss Jarrett Lloyd. Yo, I miss him.
Crazy. CYP counterpunch.
Get over here!
I love y'all, and do me. I'm gonna give you your props because you thinking like an athlete thinks. Ness, you're a host on the show. You ain't supposed to understand. You're supposed to try to understand. It's okay with me. Athletes listening will understand exactly what I'm saying. I'm not talking individual. Floyd was talking individual. I'm talking country to country. This show has been built over the year on country versus country. Now we pretending like that don't matter because they can't do it on their own. If you want a rivalry with another country, you got to do it on your own. That's the rules. I didn't make them. I just take them. And then UK comes around and breaks them because they just don't have it. You can forget about being legendary like Jamaica because you don't have it and you don't have the answers, Ness. Go ahead.
Yo, I think that you can be an asset on the boxing bars, man. You always rhyme when you want to, but I didn't see Mexico abandon Oscar when Floyd Sr. was training them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was a power move too.
I'm nasty with this, bro. Off the top with it, like Hove and Biggie.
And that's what it ultimately boils down to, because I understand what CYP is saying from like an athlete standpoint. And, you know, I'm not a professional athlete. The only dealings I've ever had with professional athletes are from the journalist side. And obviously they're going to work to give me a certain...
baseball for years?
Yeah, that's true, but it was never professional. You know, I made it to college D2 and that was it. But that said, I think that ultimately what it comes down to is that they're prize fighters. And to me, I think that, you know, if you want to get to that Mayweather De La Hoya status, you have to start thinking like a prize fighter and not necessarily, oh, well, this rivalry, like fighters that go on to make it like to that upper echelon. At some point, they don't think of themselves as like a sports figure as much as they think of themselves as commodities. You feel what I'm saying? And whatever you can do to help your bottom line, that's what it is. You know, that's where it's at. I know that's not the most scientific, but I'm really trying hard to figure out how I feel about this, because I don't agree, but I don't understand why I disagree in certain parts and agree in others.
All right. Looking like Izzy, Oklahoma. What up?
Man, I'll real late. I kind of got the drift of the show, and I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like where CYP stands on this. If anything else, it just makes it interesting. You know, that's my call. Really, y'all have a good day.
All right.
Yo, so I think Mitty wants to get a call in. Just a heads up.
All right.
He said he got a few minutes before. I think he's on Skype.
He's on there. All you got to do is unmute.
Oh.
Mitty, you always on the call, bruh.
Yo. Can you hear me?
We hear
Yes, sir.
All right. Man, I missed all the colors because I had to drop for a conference at work. But like on that topic though, like what I'm seeing, and by the way, like I've been seeing that Dillian has been in Portugal for a while now. If you go to his IG, at least from last week, I've seen him in Portugal. So if he is with a new trainer, I'm pretty sure that his new trainer is already there. But I can't see any recognized names in the footage that he has on his IG. That leads me to think that he's going to have someone in his corner that is part of that entourage, and maybe that's not going to be his long-term trainer, but that's going to be a short-term solution. Maybe a bigger name will be announced later, but I don't think it's going to be Jonathan Banks. Like, maybe they're going to go again. I don't know if you guys talked about that already, but you know, Jonathan Banks was training him before Mark Tibbs, actually, right? So that's going to be the second go around if that's the case. But with the Mark Tibbs situation, I think Mark Tibbs is a great trainer, and Dillian is saying that, right? He's saying he's a good trainer. The only problem, I think, and we have to take that at face value, and we have to take that for the truth, is that maybe Dillian wants to start doing new things in terms of like training camps abroad and different methods. And Mark Tibbs is more of like what I would classify like the old school trainer, and also has his own plan, he says, like with his own gym and his own family. So he doesn't necessarily want to be involved in a camp where he would always have to go abroad and everything. He prefers to have things locally. And if that's the case, then, and if Dillian wants to have like a new flavor and new ways of thinking, then yeah, that's a decision that a fighter has to make sometimes. So I think we're looking way too much into it. And Mario, I think you said it right. Also, like maybe he doesn't see Povetkin as that threat, right? And that's crazy a little bit because Povetkin is not like an easy touch, but Dillian must be feeling that he can beat Povetkin even with changes in his camp. So otherwise, he wouldn't make that decision just like that, right? And so lightly. It's playing with his career, right? He's not a silly guy, and so he's making the right decision for himself, I think, right? So yeah, that's all I've got to say. Few things also. Portugal, you can definitely go to Portugal via car if you wanted to. You can take like the trend that Dumi talks about. It's called the Eurostar. It does go under the channel, but that would be a crazy thing to do because it's a long drive. You have to drive all the way through France, which will take you, I want to say a good 10 hours, and you have to drive through Spain, which will take you another like 4, 5 hours, 6 hours, and then to get to Portugal there. So it's a long drive if you're going to do that. But 2 hours by flight is the option. That's what most people do. If you want to go to Spain, if you want to go to Portugal, you do take the flight there. And a lot of fighters do that. Spain and Portugal are two destinations for fighters to go for training camp. You've got a nice weather, you've got the beach, you've got the altitude as well. You can get mountains there, so you've got a mix of both. And that's what people do. They take their trainers and go there. The same way as, I don't know, you probably would go to Florida if you're a New York best fighter. If you wanted to, get the weight off quicker, you go to a warm weather type of destination. But that's pretty much it, man.
So they got mountains out in Portugal, elevation.
Yeah, they do. They have like the Pyrenees like on, but then they have.
So in your opinion, Mitty, this was a well thought out split.
I think Dillian would have thought about it. It's not like a heat of the moment conversation, and it's also like, what do you want to do? Where does it fit into your plan? So Mark Tibbs is not like a young trainer that wants to make a name for himself. If you know him, he's like an old school type of trainer. He doesn't like the limelight type of thing, but he's also his own man. So if he doesn't want to just go around the countries or just go into camps like this, and he says he wants to focus on his family, he'd rather have everything locally, and he can't give Dillian that new flavor that he wants, then he will tell him, and both of them will make a decision, a grown-up decision. So I think we're looking way too much into like the conspiracies and all those things. I get your point about Richard Riakpo also following on, but I think Ness said it, right? Richard is under Dillian's banner. He's probably like, following the moves because, hey, that's what he's being advised by his like manager, right? So that's what you do as a fighter, man.
All right. Definitely. That's the UK. That's the UK voice from across the pond, Coach Smitty, and his insights on that region.
Who agrees with me that he doesn't need anybody particular to get that Povetkin work. And I don't know. I stand by that, but I understand that it's still a dangerous fight for sure. We got a super chat from Carlitos. Shout out Carlitos, my mans. And aren't Afro-Americans mainly from the West Indies? America been poaching athletes and basketball players from the Caribbean for years. As far as baseball's concerned, that's absolutely 1,000% the truth. And they don't treat them very well at all, bro. DR, Cuba, Puerto Rico, they sign these kids when they're like 11 to these I shouldn't say that. To like these terrible contracts that are just, anyway, that's another thing. But I don't know about I don't know about basketball players though. I don't know if that's true. I mean, I don't know. I think we still breed the best basketball players in the world. Like, how could that not be? I mean, I know Luka's out there from the Mavericks, and he's probably going to be the best in the world at some point.
I mean, look, if you're going to go with that notion, we've poached everything around the world. we poached scientists.
Our own country.
We poach scientists from people. Come on, that's what the B1 visa is for. You know what I'm saying? To let other smart people.
I don't know. I don't know where the argument comes from. I probably missed it from the callers. But listen, that's normal, right? So it's not just you poaching, but it's the other people also seeing that for the NBA, if you want to be the top player, America is where it's at, right? So of course you'll get lured to the NBA if you are an African talented fighter or talented basketball player or European talented basketball player. It's their dream to get there. So I don't understand the argument on that anyway, but it's probably some kind of like CYP counterpunch type of comments, I guess, right? So, but it's normal, man. It's normal.
Yo, hilarious, because it is a CYP argument. I think the whole don't get an American trainer because
the rivalry.
The rivalry. But let's see what we got up next. Big Nick in the UK. What up?
Yo, what's up, Ness? What's up, chat? What's up, TBV? Everybody? Yeah, man. To be honest, Coach really pretty much stole my call, man. He pretty much said everything I was gonna say. Just pretty much about Jonathan Banks, that he trained him before. He trained him for the AJ fight, and me personally, I could see him going back there. I know it's probably maybe a conflict of interest where he's got Triple G and that, but I'm sure there's a way that they can sort that out. But just another quick thing that you touched on earlier, Ness. I think Dillian White changed his strength and conditioning team earlier in the year because, it's possible that some of the stuff you said earlier, like where he was gassing out in later rounds or whatever, probably just got fed up and decided to switch it up a little. But yeah, I just see him going back to Jonathan Banks. But it would be nice, Ness, if you could get Jonathan Banks on the show and just to see like if anything's happened there, if Dillian's reached out to him, and maybe chuck it to Bomac to see what happens. Because I know, like for trainers getting in heavyweights, that's a bigger slice of the purse and stuff like that. It's more money. But yeah, that's my call.
All right, champ. I mean, what time is it in the UK? I mean, in the West Coast right now, 7, right?
7 in the morning, champ. 7:17.
Yeah, and that's too early, man. Jonathan's. I mean, he's early bird to keep it real, but
he's reading the paper right now.
Nah, it's just that I'm trying to have a hard finish at 10:30, so that we be back at 11:15 for the next one, and not always
do the right thing, man.
Yes, Info Joe. Apologies, champ. You know you're the champ.
Yo. Good morning, my boxing brothers. Everybody listening, everybody in the chat. This is where it's at. Hit those thumbs up. Yo.
Everybody put your hands in the air.
That's right. Hey, yo, my reasoning, I think it's a good move that, first off, that he does get a new trainer. My reason is different from all y'all. He needs somebody to push him, man. He has not been in the best shape in his last 3 fights, man. So he needs somebody to really push him and motivate him. Oh, okay. Yeah, he needs somebody to motivate him, man. He's not in the best shape. And so I think that'd be a good move no matter where they from. The dude needs something different. Sometimes you need a new look to get a different outcome. But that's all I got. Hit those thumbs up, my people. Everybody have a blessed, no stress day. Peace.
We got CYP counterpunch number 3.
Get over here!
Yo, I'm glad. I'm glad somebody was dumb enough to bring that up, talking about population. The USA has so many more people than the UK. Of course they're going to have more champions. Of course they're going to do better. Listen to me. Italy, Puerto Rico, Thailand, all have less people than the UK. And they all 3 have more undisputed champions in boxing than the UK. China, India has more people than America. They have less undisputed champions than America does. America has more undisputed champions than all those countries I just named combined by 4. Don't cry about population, homie, because other people with less have more than you, and other people with more have less than us. Y'all got y'all sport took, shook, and led astray. Ain't nobody worried about y'all. And like I said, if y'all think Maurice Green...
Cut it. Man, that boy know a lot of facts.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Because he's right. Those are some big countries without champs. But he went into Thailand, man. They must got a bunch of flyweight undisputeds, because I ain't seen a Thailand champ,
118-pound champ.
I'm telling you, I ain't seen a Thailand champ above like 126. I don't even know a Thailand fighter's name.
See, a lot of the sports that a lot of the countries he mentioned, if I'm not mistaken, they have other national sports that would take away from boxing. It's kind of like if you look at the American boxing scene, right? Like we would probably have all the heavyweight champions if like football got shut down tomorrow. Like if football got shut down tomorrow and all those crazy athletes that are huge and move like featherweights and they're the size of small statues, like there would be murdering everybody. You know what I'm saying? They would be knocking everybody out. We don't have that, because football's so much bigger.
Boston Jarrett said King Tung's from Thailand, but he wasn't a champ unless you rocking with me. Unless you rocking with me in the other green belt, the IVO. Let me go out to the ringer in South Carolina. No, excuse me, North Carolina. Josh, what up?
What's up with y'all? What's pimping with y'all? What's going on? Hey, what's the topic? So Lillian and dropped his trainer or something?
Yep.
I'm waking up late. Oh, so they dropped his trainer. Hey, so what was y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? You heard somebody talking about the Caribbean islands and exploitation of black athletes. Was that a part of it too?
Well, CYP interjected his own argument, saying that if Dillian White gets an American trainer like Tyson Fury, it just keeps showing how weak-minded UK fighters are. That's CYP, a caller from California's opinion, because I know if I repeat it, I'm going to get another 100 thumbs down because people just don't understand. But yeah, that's what's going on right now, other than Dillian.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, that's why CYP is a motherfucking boomerang, because that nigga be speaking truth. He know what he's talking about. I don't get why. You know what? I wish that our trainers went and trained in UK, because they ain't doing nothing but showing them secrets. But at the end of the day, UK will never have and never will have the fighters that we've had, past or present.
That's hilarious. I'm not sure if it was good right there, because I don't know how much it was really.
What
but
is
that was
that?
fun though. That was G.I. Joe. That was The More You Know, right?
Yeah.
Get out of here. That don't sound like that.
That was victory. Victory.
Bro, that was not G.I. Joe.
Yes, that was G.I. Joe. How else did I know it?
That's so
that
weird.
was G.I. Joe. Play it one more time, champ.
Yeah. I still don't get it. I must be too old.
Champ, did you delete the phone list?
Why would I delete the phone list, bro?
I guess it's not here. I can't find it. I'll keep going. I'll find
you don't know how to get it on your browser. That's what it is,
bro. I put it in my. I have a folder.
I sent it to your email right now. Okay, according to the Gmail, I think. But I see it right here. Let me refresh.
Okay, cool.
But anyway, phone list. I mean, you don't need anybody. I don't see anybody new there.
No, I know, but I was just. I've been trying to pull it up all show.
Okay, we got Landlord who just dropped off. TJ, what up? Like, he literally just dropped off. I was like, Landlord, bloop. TJ, you rocking out?
Cheer.
I got a bad feeling about this.
And that is a no. All right, so that means that we got Keem in Florida. Let me double check that he's... You rocking out, Keem? That is a no. All right. You should tweak that just a bit. That would almost killed my ears. That was really a bomb for my ears.
Real high pitch.
Real high pitch. That one killed my ears. All righty then. Trey, wrap us up with the boomerang. Looks like. Wait, did we went? Yeah, that's it. Trey,
got it.
Yeah. I just wanted to tell y'all though. Listen, when you in Europe, them flights is dirt cheap. I flew from London for like 150 pounds, right? It's like 170, 180 US dollars. I mean, you can get anywhere. I had some friends in Cortez, Spain. I think it's Cortez, yeah. And I used to fly over there for like 100, 120 pounds, right? And then because my family is from the Bay, my nephew flew from San Francisco to Paris for $500 round trip. I mean, and then he flew down from Spain, flew down from Paris to where I was at in Nice for 120 euro, right, round trip, which is like 130, $140. So they shit is a lot cheaper, man. And then you can hop on that train, and I kind of like the train more because you got a little more freedom on the train, unlike being in the airport. So them cats, they talk about us and not being able to travel, but tell them cats, man, we can't fly nowhere for $150, man, nowhere. I mean, down the street. So our flights is way more expensive, and then we're a lot farther because a lot of that shit is like 2 hours, right? And then I lived like right next door to Italy, so I used to just drive over. It was like a hour and 45 to Monaco, and then like 2 hours to San Remo, Italy, right? So I just used to go anywhere. I would drive, I would take the train, I would fly. And I also agree with Info Joe, man, that he probably do need a new trainer, man. He looked like shit. And what's that fight he had in Saudi Arabia? Who he fought in Saudi?
Maurice Vach.
Maurice Vach.
Yo, real quick, we got a super chat from that. My bad.
That was the message.
We got a super chat from that one white boy. He says, G.I. Joe is an action figure, not a doll, suckers. Who called it a doll? Yo, y'all need to chill on that, bro. That's an action figure all day.
I was playing with dolls. I was playing with
real. I was playing with action figures. My mans were invading Spain. I didn't know much about conflict and geography growing up, so I just picked a country on the globe. And then Izzy Weber says, hopped on YouTube just to give Doomy props for the sound effects. That's what's up, Izzy. I enjoyed it as well.
They want effects. All right, that is everyone. Catch us on the next one, 11:15 a.m. and we're gonna be live with Jamel Herron at yes, and Louis DeCubas Jr. just texted and said he's gonna hook it up for Urgas.
Monster
Yeah, that's my get the good guest dance. Yeah.
Yo, let's get the boogie right now.
Yo, he Millie rocking on him.
Yeah, yo, we out. Oh shit.
Whoa. This is CYP with a counter punch.
Go for it.
Yo, and O just jumped on. Anyway, the funny thing about it is that the UK is so upset, and I like the fact that y'all upset, but you wouldn't have to be upset if you didn't call it a rivalry. If you just want to call it Dillian White, good heavyweight boxer, Tyson, great heavyweight boxer, AJ, really good. If you want to just call it that, that's fine with me. But if you want to call it a rivalry, take it how we take it. And for all of y'all talking about, well, I guess Japan is better than judo than America is, I guess, nah, my guy, because America didn't create judo. But y'all created boxing. And guess who took it? The real landlord. Reality hurts. And CYP out.
Well.
On out to NO in the NO. What it do?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from the Magnolia.
If you a paper chaser, you got the block on fire.
Man in the jeans, to the moment you expire.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, run that shit. Yeah.
Making something out of nothing.
Handle your biz.
Yeah, man. Good morning, man. Shout out to the whole family. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I don't know how much long I'm gonna have my reception, so I'm gonna just say, look, hopefully we get some good fights soon. And no out, baby. Shout out to all my truck drivers.
Yo, shout out to you, NO. Keep holding America down, champ.
For sure. Shout out to all the truck drivers out there, man. Stay safe on the road.
Now we getting out so I can rub before the next show.
Yo, once again, quick reminder, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you get the notification. We're going live at 11:15 sharp. We have Eastern. We have Jamel Herron at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 10:30 Central. And another 2 hours off of that would be whatever it is, 8 o'clock for you guys on 8:30 on the West Coast. That being said, let me check where we're at.
West
Analytically, where we at on these subs. We're going to give it a quick refresh. Weber was right, because let me tell you, I just went like this, like, and you took the word, like, I was about to say, can I get a drum? And you was like, boom.
Here
bruh.
with you, Chant.
No, we in sync, bruh. We in sync, bruh. Yo, and we moving. It's a slow grind, but we gonna take it. 114,905. So we moving.
Put your hands in the air.
That's right. It's going down. So if you haven't already done so, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the notification bell, because at 11:15 you don't want to miss it. Plus, I did a Terrence Crawford show last night. Me and Mario went live at like 9 or 8:30 in the evening. Stop missing the breaking news. Crawford took shots at Ramirez on social media on his story. So if you missed that one, catch it on MP3 over there with no ads whatsoever on Patreon, or head on over to iTunes, and, you have to suffer with a little bit of ads here and there, but it's all good. You're supporting your favorite show. All right, we're out. That's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one.
At Maury McGee on Twitter, at Maury McGee on Instagram. We will be right back. Peace.
Champ. Alex _Doomsday _LAINEZ on IG, TikTok, same handle, and Twitter, Alex Linus TBV. Now, you heard us mention that notification bell, so please hit that notification bell. And right next to the notification bell, there's a little rectangular bar, and it says subscribe. Or if you're already down with the crew, it gotta say subscribed, right? But if you haven't, subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a lot. You know what I'm saying? We're growing. We're a growing community, a boxing family with other options in our Patreon platform. Because when I say options, I mean we have other content. We have Untitled. We have Boxing Bars. We have a ton of other stuff we're working on, and we're constantly growing on the Patreon family side. Come check us out. $3 tier, $5 tier, $15 tier. Go and visit the Patreon platform. You'll see what those tiers give you and what you're going to be able to have access to. But I always throw in there, the $15 pizza pie. You buy a large pie at a store, it costs you $15. You enjoy it for one day. You buy us a pizza pie, you enjoy it 30 days straight. Comes down to cents to the slice. So check us out, man. You'll love what we got going on. And, if you want to ask questions and a whole bunch of other stuff that you'll have access to, get on over to Patreon. Check us out, champs.